All right, everyone. So we had a little bit of some technical difficulties a minute ago. For some reason, when Brittany was backstage and I clicked to add her to the stream, I could see her in the green room, but she would not come up on the screen. So I don't know what happened. So I had to hurry up and create a new event and all that. So I hope people, yeah, there's Krista. So good deal. All right, people are showing up. That's good. So I've been connected with Brittany for a while. And like I said in the promo post, I always thought she was pretty interesting because like she can do every freaking thing under the sun. It seems. Um, so I'm not even gonna like try and play her up any because I'd be at a loss for words. So I'm just gonna bring her on out.
Sure.
Hey, hey,
Hello, friend.
how are you?
Swell, thank you.
Good. Jamal is here.
Yay.
Holly's here on Twitch. Yeah.
Why is my so fuzzy? Sorry, I don't know.
It's okay. Do you have a Logitech webcam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just got a brand new webcam, and I was looking at a bunch of YouTube videos on them and stuff, and they said the Logitechs, have that automatic focusing, and they said sometimes it gets to where it's uh, a pain in the ass because it doesn't ever want to catch up
Yeah.
to you or something.
I don't know what's up with that, but sorry. But hey, we
Yeah,
here.
we hear technical difficulties and all. So why don't we start out? And I just got that spaghetti all over my brand new desk pad. I just saw that in the dark. Well,
Hey,
we're
no
off to a good,
judgment.
yeah, we're off to a good start. Spaghetti on the desk pad, technical difficulties. You know how it
It's
is.
fine.
It's fine. It's all fine. Um, so just tell us a little bit about you. Like I know you're pretty open about like being a veteran and having dogs and all that. How did you get into like the work culture business? Like how do you go from veteran to that? Like what was the segue there?
Um, we had really good leadership trainings in the Air Force. You get to a
Mm-hmm.
certain rank, and then they don't just throw you to the wolves. They give you training before you get people, and that's where a lot of like civilians F up. They just put
Mm-hmm.
people in management positions and they have zero idea how to manage people. So I will
Mm-hmm.
say that the Air Force, at least, is all I can speak to. They're good at that. Like this is,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a 6 week full blown course. You're there, 10 hours a day. Just like this is how you manage and lead people. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I've always just been very intrigued by leadership. It's just something inside me. Got my bachelor's and master's in like organizational management and leadership because I just love like
Okay.
the organizational psychology of things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I got out of the military and saw how it was on the corporate side. And really, there's not much difference. Like people still need to be led. They quit because they are done with shit bosses. So there
Right.
was
Right. Yeah, they don't leave the company; they leave the shit boss every time.
Yeah, and like in the difference in the military is that we don't get to leave. You're stuck.
Right. You're still. Yeah.
Sorry for your loss. Um, so it segued after a really toxic workplace. I just was like, someone needs to like help prevent this crap, and
Yeah.
and then work culture
Work
consulting
culture.
was
Yeah.
born.
That sign is lit, man, literally and figuratively.
Thanks, I'm really proud of it.
Is it
Thank
new?
you.
Because I've never seen it before. Okay.
I'm like hoping to put it like somewhere, but it's on the floor for now.
Well, it works.
But yeah, we've been LinkedIn homies for a minute, I feel
A
like.
minute, yeah. And like one of the things I think, yeah, you're right, Darren. Great point about bad bosses. Um, I think one of the first conversations we ever had, this has been a long time ago. Like I was sitting here trying to think, was whenever I did a post on that freaking creep that was uh, sending dick pics in the DMs to Amy Wills.
Oh,
And you
oh,
were like, and you DM'd me and you were like, tag that mother effer. And I was like,
do it.
and I was like, I don't even know you. I just, hi, Brittany.
Good morning.
Yeah, I know we just connected, but hang on.
I was
Um,
ready.
You
Who
were
is
ready,
it?
yeah, and I didn't because Amy asked me not to, so I didn't do it.
Mhm.
But we got into a conversation about, and don't ask me how I remember crazy things like this, but I do. We got into a conversation about how crazy it was, like somebody could put themselves out there like that. I'd be scared of rejection, like I'd be scared I'd shoot my shot at anybody on social media. And you
Right.
were like, oh my God, I don't even know how people can do that. And I was like, you mean this badass woman right here that talks all this shit has a little old soft heart like that? Like, I was like, all right, like she's my people. I can
Right.
handle that.
I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but I do care.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
But yeah, I
So
do
you,
remember that. I was super upset because I had just recently, I think before that, had a guy that came into not my DMs, into the comment section. And he said, the only reason you are where you are, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was very close to this,
mm,
is because you slept with a bunch of dudes in the desert. Mm,
oh, oh,
mm.
oh,
I was like, bet.
oh.
Screenshotted that, made it a whole new post. That went crazy. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, you don't talk crazy on LinkedIn. And here's why. Here's a lesson learned. One of my friends is a CEO of a company. He happened to know because that person's company was underneath their name or whatever.
Right.
He knew some executive in that company. He screenshotted that whole thing, sent it to her, and that person got fired. Don't play me. Like
Right, right.
like there's I I try to say that I have a decent amount of emotional intelligence. I try to talk about that all the time, but like there's things I will let you get away with, and that's not one of them.
No, 100%. Like straight up, like called you a whore in the comments of your own post.
Right, like first of all, like
Like,
the
first of all,
like what I
I'm
really wanted, how I really wanted to act, like catch me in these streets, homeboy. Like but I can't.
let's throw them bows, man. Let's throw them bows.
But
Yeah,
no,
right.
I
Jennifer, hey Jennifer, I hadn't seen you in a while. Sleeping with dudes in the desert is such a major career move, right? Like that's
right,
going to get you places. A bunch
right.
of
That's
a
how
bunch
I
of
got here. That's how
a
I
bunch of
made this.
a bunch of dudes that hadn't showered, and I don't know when was really how you made your career.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if that's the case, I've been doing it all wrong.
Right? Damn. I'm trying
Hmm.
to keep up with the comments here.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, I know. Comments are popping, man. Hey, Val. Somebody said epic beard. Oh, that's Beth.
Hey, man, it's coming in hot.
It is. It is coming in hot. Like people are probably tired of me talking about it, but it was like the best $25 I spent last month. I bought a beard straightener, and
Oh, nice. Is it like a
it
comb?
yeah, it's like a brush that heats up, and you just brush through it, and it's keep because I have naturally when I had hair, it was naturally curly, so this is
Hmm.
all kind of just like wadded up and poofed
Hmm.
out to here and all that. Yeah,
Smart.
I'm pretty proud of the beard straightener.
Nice. Good investment.
Yeah. It always amazes me when you do a post about somebody that has said something fly to you. Like, have you not paid attention to any of your posts before that? Like, they have to be somebody that just stumbled upon that was their first one. So they're like, oh, hey, I'm going to tell this chick whatever, you know?
Hmm. Oh,
Like,
you're new here.
oh, you're new. You were
You're gonna
new
find
here.
out today in my Kevin Hart voice.
Yeah, exactly. And what kills me is like when guys do that. This is not on the topic of work culture, but I guess it kind of is too. Like you literally have in your headline what you do for the company and the company you work for. Like, dude, like use some discretion when you're saying some stupid stuff like that
Right.
on the internet.
Right. On the interwebs where anyone can see you, like if you're literally associated to your business, now you're making them look bad and now you're fired.
Yeah, right. So maybe you'll be in the desert sleeping with a bunch of dudes after this, buddy. We don't
Right.
know.
See, they're proud of beard strainer too.
Right on. Right on. So you recently kind of took a break from LinkedIn and just kind of pulled back from there. What happened there? Was it just like your no return on investment. You get tired of the time consuming having to keep up with comments and do the because it's work. Like to keep make sure your posts get seen. It's a lot of work.
It truly is. And I was just frankly pissed off with LinkedIn because of the algorithm, because, I'm organic. I'm not in pods. I mean, if you're in pods, do you, but I'm not. So I'm more frustrated that
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the past 3 years, I've been doing content damn near daily. It's like you, like I do it every day for three. No, I did it, damn near every day. Um,
Yeah.
I've been doing all the things, trying to keep up and keep up. And then even LinkedIn creators, that like group that's associated with LinkedIn,
Right. Right.
was like organic's not going to get you far anymore. And I was just like, I'm damn near flipped the table over. Like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
And I just got frustrated. And I was like, you know what? Like, as much hours as I put into LinkedIn, I could be like making profit literally off of my content. Like, I make
Yeah.
all this content on LinkedIn. I don't get a profit off of that. I
Right.
get profit from YouTube, which is why I'm, starting to lean towards that space. Still gonna do, like, there is ROI on LinkedIn because that's how I get all my inbound sales
Mm-hmm.
through my content, which I love and super appreciate. But I just feel like it could be better because, like, I used to get, millions of views a year, and now that's like shot to hell. I don't know what happened. If
Mm-hmm.
anything, my content's better than it's ever been, and it just fell off because I don't have a pod. I don't, the reach is so small. Like I
Mm-hmm.
used to get, 10,000 plus views at least on a post. And now I
Mm-hmm.
barely, get 2,000. And I'm just like, I just was exhausted. And I was like, I need a break before I flip out on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
And
social
you
detox.
and YouTube takes a lot of work just figuring out. Like I've talked to Jennifer Brick about it a little bit, and like she does a lot of research before she publishes a video to figure out what keywords are trending here and all that kind of stuff. But if you take that same amount of time that you've been investing in LinkedIn and do it on YouTube, and then grow over there, and YouTube is like the second biggest search engine next to Google or something like that. Like it's
Mhm.
high, so you could probably get monetized really quick over there too.
Right. And that's, I was talking to her, and, they definitely got some incentive there, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Uh, I don't know. I just need better ROI.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you on that. So you were it. You were the work culture consultant. Like there's nobody. You do it all, you, huh?
For now, I like goals wise, like I really like working for myself. I really like not having employees, which is hilarious coming from me. But I'm an introvert. I don't want to people. I can tell
No,
people I don't want
I'm
people.
100% the same way. Like I thrive doing this kind of stuff, but you get me in a one-on-one setting with somebody, like and I'm the dude in the corner at the party watching everybody. You
Right,
know?
just scope it.
Yeah.
Like
How you doing?
people like do not believe I'm an introvert, but like I am really good at faking extrovertism. My persona online, it doesn't exhaust me because once I'm done, it's done. But like,
Yeah.
I just was with a client for a week, and I had to talk to like 300 plus people, literally, and a lot of focus groups and stuff, and it depleted me of
Mhm.
I had like this weekend I literally just was like sleep. It literally it just took everything out of me. Nothing was, I'm not saying that they were wrong, they're bad, nothing like
Right.
that. It was
Right.
just a literal peopling. Like, I'll
Right.
do it, but I'm gonna need me a whole weekend to recoup.
Yeah. 100%. So what does it look like if a CEO or whoever calls you and says, "Hey, I want you to come fix my work culture or whatever." Like what do you look at? What do you go in? Like is it intimidating to you to go in and tell the CEO you are effing up here, here and here and this is what you need to fix?
No, thankfully, I'm pretty good at being. I'll say that I don't say I'm good at a lot of things, but I am pretty good at telling people about themselves on LinkedIn.
Obviously. Obviously.
Right? But in a professional setting, I can do it obviously with poise and professionalism. But
Hmm.
I have zero problem telling you what you need to hear because It's something that you should want to hear. But I don't, thankfully, the clients that I have are already great. They just want to be better. So I'm not really going in there and tearing them apart necessarily. I'm just like consulting on areas that could be better that would benefit them in the long haul. There's that space, which is more deep dive stuff, but then there's also the startup space where I'm helping them create their mission, vision, and values before they even get their party started, because that, you got to set that foundation from the beginning. And I love doing that as well.
Yeah. I had a couple of questions. Daniel, what was your favorite memory serving in the armed forces?
Okinawa, for sure. In Japan, I was deployed out there, and we can laugh at deployment there. I also went to Iraq, so I don't want to hear it, but like we call it. And I've been to Afghanistan and Kandahar and Saudi Arabia. I've been everywhere. They're like, whatever. But
don't come for me.
Don't come for me. But in the Air Force, it's called like a TSP deployment, where you literally take all of your jets and all the people and all the equipment and everything and do whatever there. And we were in Okinawa doing that, and I just fell in love with Okinawa. It's gorgeous, and just lots of memories with friends and partying, and just an awesome mission at work. It was just like everyone was on the same page, great leadership, go figure, and it was really good.
And you were a jet mechanic, right?
Yeah, jet engine specifically.
Jet engine. That is badass.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. And Jennifer had a question. Do you do alternative dispute resolution training?
I personally don't. However, I am connected with people who, I bring on to my contract who do, conflict resolution type training. I just, I know my lane, and that isn't it, but I like to bring people in. It's all about, community and being connected, and LinkedIn has helped a lot with that.
Yeah. You're going to say, you don't dispute. I mean, you're all about the dispute. Like, you tackle the dispute. There's no resolution there. Let's just go.
Right. I'm not the one for that. Yeah, someone is.
I'm going to tell you to choose violence. That's what I'm going to do.
Violence. I'm a lover, truly. Yeah. You got the comments too.
They're going faster than what I can keep up with. That doesn't happen very often. You're popular.
Doubt it.
Yeah. So, damn it, I had a question, and then I started reading comments to make sure I wasn't missing anything, and I lost it. I do that all the time, and I always say I'm going to start writing questions down as I think about them, and then I never do.
Oh, don't worry. Same. I have short-term memory loss. I'm pretty positive.
Yeah.
I see. Same thing. Introvert who fakes extrovert well and then needs to sleep for 3 days. I'm with you, girlfriend. The whole thing.
Yes. Who is it? That's Holly. Yeah. Holly Campolato.
Love her.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Big supporter of the other show I do, Ending the Stigma. She's a big supporter of this one, but she loves Ending the Stigma. Damn, I wish I could remember that other question. Frick. Because we try to keep it PG-13 most of the time.
I joined the right party.
Yeah, right.
Did you ever get to... So all the 5th gen is, I worked all 5th gen aircraft, which is like all the newest stuff. F-22, 35, the 117 was stealth. They're all one-seaters. It's just the pilot. So sadly, I did not get to experience the G's in which I made for them. And I feel some type of way about that. Because like if you do F-16s or F-15s, they have trainer jets. So they have like a back seat. But I worked those jets. So unfortunately, I never got an incentive flight because it was impossible, which sucks because I would love to pull some G's, and I hope to do that someday, somehow, maybe a Red Bull plane. I don't know. But
so you've never been up in a fighter jet or any of those badassical?
Not the badass planes. I mean, I was a flight crew on this E4B, which is the 747. It's equivalent to Air Force One. So, but
Right.
that's a big old jet. But I've never
Right.
got to pull fighter.
Fighter
And,
G's.
and if any Air Force people are listening, if you want to make that happen for me, Kate, thanks. Love you. Bye.
Right. Maker of G's.
Yes. Please. I'm just saying, like 36,000 pounds of thrust per engine. I feel like,
You should have at least been able to go up.
but it is what it is.
Did you ever get your hair caught in a jet engine? God, I hope not.
No, I mean, usually I had all up in, the military, but you know what? I am happy to not deal with any more headaches because I had that type of, sock bun because I was real big about, looking the part because I hate people that look like a bag of potatoes in uniform. Please stop. Don't do that.
You were that girl?
But yeah, thankfully, no, didn't get my hair ripped out.
Yeah.
I will say that it is scary though when a PTO shaft is spinning at, I don't know, 50,000 RPMs or whatever the hell, and it's spinning right there. People have been scalped before, and I was always like,
oh, I bet.
Like,
Oh.
yeah.
So you snowboard, you have horses. Are those your horses you post pictures of, or like you just the one horse?
So I just have one, and she has the equivalent of a twin that looks just like her, but it's a pony.
Okay.
And that's my girlfriend's, but I just have one, and one day I may have more, but right now I'm just happy with her. She just had her birthday. She's 19 now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Getting on up there.
She, I guess her breed goes to like 34-ish.
Okay. Yeah, Jennifer you were in Air Force too, Jennifer, weren't you? I think she was.
Yeah, I did not get lucky in that sense, but I can't complain.
Yeah, she's just.
Hi, I want to pronounce her name correctly, but love her.
Yeah, I think it's Majida.
Majida, beautiful name.
So, yeah, I usually ask people. I hadn't ever had her on my live, but I messed up one day and I had Kirsten Granados on, and I called her Kirsten all throughout the entire show. And then after the show, she was like, "Hey, by the way, it's pronounced Kirsten." And I was like, "You could have told me that like an hour ago before I straight up butchered it for a solid hour." Oh, thank you for that.
And hey, I wanted to say thank you for, back in around Christmas when I'm terrible with names, but you'll know who I'm talking about. Her house caught on fire, and you did a lot of big moves. Yeah, you did a lot to make that happen. Make it happen after the fact for helping her.
That was really. I mean, I'm very proud of that, but it was a community effort. Mm-hmm. But we raised $30-something thousand in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And just one of the influencers here that is, notorious for like using whatever to advance herself. Mm-hmm. She got on and posted about a GoFundMe for some BS something. Not the person wasn't BS, it was legit, but she was obviously doing it to promote herself and make herself sound good. Like she didn't raise not even half that in less than a month. So I was like, that's the difference between a real community and a fake community.
Fact. I'm like my LinkedIn, right? I love the LinkedIn community. That's why I
do too.
When I got off for a little bit, I was like, but I miss my fam though.
I know. That's what I tell people all the time. Like I have some very strong opinions about things. Mm-hmm. They're not always the popular ones, but I don't really post about it because I kind of like hanging out in these streets, man. Like,
right.
And then LinkedIn be censoring folks for whatever,
Not gonna lie, I cannot believe I have never been. Well, I might have been shadow banned, but I've never been like kicked off.
Yeah, but you don't like post about any like hot topics. I keep doing air quotes. Hot topics, like politics or any of that other BS.
Things I ain't got time for, unless somehow it magically is associated with work culture. I try to avoid politics.
Yeah, I do too. I stay off of it. Stay off the politics.
One, I have my own opinions, but two, frankly, I don't want to know about, people's like political opinions because I want to stay liking you.
No, 100%. And I did a post about that the other day. Like, you see people tell all the time, if you don't like, you can delete, block, unfollow me, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people I'm really close to here that are on the complete opposite end of the spectrum as far as what I think politically and morally or whatever.
Right.
And we just don't talk about it.
Yep. It's the best
Because
thing to do.
because I love you and I don't want to mess this friendship up. So
Right, just over politics that ain't none of us got any say in anyway. So
no,
I don't
100%.
so I want to hear people talk about politics, religion, or this is that at work. I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, one, it's a rule to not do that. Two, there's a very good reason that is the case.
Right. It's a reason it's a rule, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what kind of things do you look for? Like whenever you go into a company, what are you looking for to change, to swap up? I mean, I think it was you one time. It may not have been, maybe it's somebody else. Like, a lot of companies think, a coffee pot in the break room and a pizza party once a month and a 4th of July barbecue is culture. So
Yeah.
give us like the cliff notes on what makes a company culture.
Oh God, that's gonna take forever. But I'll, like just recently, I had this, epiphany that company culture, when it comes to sustaining a good one, all it is follow through. If you're gonna promise,
oh yeah, you said that.
It's follow through. At the end of the day, like I can come in there as a consultant and tell you about yourself, where you need to focus more of your energy, this is and that. And then, as a consultant, at the end of the day, the responsibility is on you to take and heed my advice, and do whatever with that. But at the end of the day, if you don't follow through with that action plan, nothing's going to change. Or even if it's not including me, if you don't follow through with your values, what you say that you supposedly stand for, well, now you just look like a hypocrite. And like, then trust goes out the window. This is that. So culture starts from, and I always tell clients, day zero. And that's where the mission, vision, and values, I always say MVP, has to be created, because then you can hold people to a standards off of that. You can hold yourself accountable off of that. Business decisions, strategic, whatever, off of all of those. Always, it's like what would Jesus do? I'm not religious. I'm just saying, everyone knows WWE. Right. It's the same thing. What would we do? We always got to go back to square one. And if you have solid, MVVs, you're never going to be confused as to what you should do. Same with employees, like, what should I do here? Is any of what I'm doing not in alignment with this? You can have, yearly whatever evaluations that are you lining up to these things? Like culture is just whatever you want to make it. It just depends. Like industries vary so much. A warehouse compared to a marketing firm. It's just no one culture should be the same.
Right. And so you kind of go in and take a look around and then analyze it. And
a lot of it's like SWOT. I'll go in there and do a SWOT analysis.
Yeah.
Where their strengths, weaknesses are, or opportunities. Maybe when it comes to threats, like people that I see as threats, like culture vultures. People who like, you might have a decent culture, but there's someone in there that's tarnishing it. Well, thankfully I work with the executives because that's who's going to make moves. At the end of the day, I know that offends people. It is what it is. Like those people are going to make moves. And if they ask me if I see someone that they need to keep an eye on, or maybe they need some type of remedial training, I'm going to tell them.
Yeah, because one person can mess it up bad.
And I try to say, like, one person could if that culture isn't solid. But if the culture is solid, if you get a bad hire, they won't necessarily ruin it, because if it's a good culture, they will immediately get rid of someone who is toxic to their culture. It just depends on that strength of said culture.
Yep. And whenever you made that post about the follow through, like that spoke to my soul because the company I work for now is terrible at that. Like we'll have 2 hour meetings, everybody's fired up, and you walk away and there's like no shit happens on anything on any front whatsoever. And it gets frustrating. Like it wears your people down after a time. Like I have to really watch myself not to spread that
feeling.
bitterness. Yeah, not to spread that feeling amongst my coworkers. You know what I mean? I
Oh,
damn
but
sure
they
don't.
do.
I damn sure don't talk about it to the people that are under me.
Right.
I may vent a little bit to my boss or
Right.
the other manager on my level here,
Mhm.
but that can be just as detrimental as even though you know your culture sucks. The person that gets bitter about it then goes around talking to everybody about it.
Right. Because you can just be, and I've been that toxic employee before.
Yeah.
That's kind of where this stemmed from, is because I saw it from both sides. Like the culture was so toxic, it made me toxic, and I wasn't even good. Well, nothing was good for that company, but I especially wasn't anymore because I was just
Right.
pitching a fit every 5 seconds, and it was definitely is not something I'm proud of. But I have the self-awareness and whatever to admit that I was part of the problem.
Yeah. So tell us what you mean about emotional intelligence. Break that down for me.
Something so simple as, I write a post and, all my stuff is spicy. Like just recently I was like that yesterday, I was like, why are East Coast people so abrasive? And
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn.
like, I knew it was going to be spicy.
Damn.
I knew it was going to be spicy, but if you know me in my post, you know that there's something deeper that I'm
Right.
searching for.
Yeah.
And I should have said Northeasterners because I didn't mean like literal, but when I say East Coast, I just think
Everybody thinks like, yeah, like from
New York City.
Yeah, New York City, Jersey, all up into
Right. And
New
I
England.
mistakes were made. I should have just said Northeastern, but it's
People in Miami were going, I'm not abrasive.
right. I'm not. I'm a Florida man. But so like I knew that was gonna be spicy. I love getting conversations going like that because we get places, and
Yeah.
I'm fine with taking that L in the beginning because I know people are gonna be offended. But
Yeah.
in the comments, someone was like, I'm damn near offended by this post. And I was like, only you can choose to prevent forest fires. No, only you can choose to be offended.
Right, exactly.
At the end of the day, emotional intelligence comes into play of I can be offended or I can seek to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And even at the end of the day, if we don't align on something, like you being offended or even in relationships, like how someone says something to me or whatever, like you can only control yourself. And that's an employee's come, talking out the side of his neck to you and you don't know why. Well, the emotional intelligence is saying, you know what, maybe this isn't personal. Maybe something happened before they got to work and they're just projecting their shit onto me. This has nothing to do with me. And if I just give them like either some space or start asking better questions, like, hey man, you good? Because it seems like you're not good today. That's the things like that I feel are emotional intelligence.
Yep, they taught us that in one of the pre-release classes whenever I was coming out of prison was, it's you, which I mean, I knew that, but a lot of guys that have been in there for a while, it's that kind of thinking is not there. Because it can be a dog eat dog kind of world, but that's what they would say is it's your choice on whether or not you're going to get mad about something.
Right.
No matter what it is, like it's your choice. How you react to it is your choice.
Mm-hmm. And down to mental health and anxiety. It's not like, do you want to be offended all the time? You gonna be stressed
all the time. Yeah. Yeah, because if you let everything piss you off, then you get to where you just live in a state of pissed offness.
And right.
That is a word. That is a word because I use it all the time.
I do too, right? I love it. It's in my repertoire now.
Exactly. Now that along with badassical.
Badassical.
Badassical. Yeah.
For the summertime.
Yeah. One of my old tattoo artists used to say that. It's badassical.
Love it.
Yeah. So you are in Vegas. That's where you are?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Like in like actually in Las Vegas, like in the big city? Like,
I mean,
I mean, not. I'm assuming you don't live on the Strip, but
no, we try to stay away from there.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes, but it's got to be, you got damn near an act of God. Someone's got to come from another state and it's the birthday. Okay, I'll go. But aside
yeah,
from that, you ain't catching me over there. But Vegas isn't really that big. And no matter where you live, you're about 20 minutes from the strip
yeah.
for the most part.
It just has a big reputation.
But I mean, I'm from the Southwest of Arizona. This Vegas. Me growing up, this was our airport. This was our big
Mhm.
shopping and everything. So
It's
it's okay
home.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that where you snowboard? Is there snow in Vegas? Like I've never been out in that part of the country.
So there is. It's called Mount Charleston. It's only about a 45-hour drive from here. But I usually
45-hour drive.
would, yeah, which is like nothing, for the
Yeah, yeah.
desert. But it's, to me, it's a shit mountain. So where a bunch of beginners go, and you're probably gonna get a concussion because no one knows what they're doing. So I usually go to like Utah, about 3 hour
Okay.
drive, and
Yeah.
shred the gnar out there.
Shred the gnar. What is that? What the hell is that? I don't know why that's so funny, but I have no freaking clue what that is.
It's very like West Coast bro. Like I think if
Okay.
you're talking to Doobie, that's what the kids say these days. And Nar
Okay.
is like GNAR, just so we know.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it.
But it's a good time. I love snowboarding.
Yeah, I've never been. I've never been snow skiing either. My family used to go to Colorado all the time when I was like 3 or 4,
Hmm.
and then they quit. Like when I got old enough to start really knowing what was going on, they quit. So I've never been snow skiing.
Do it. I mean, I'm biased. I'm a snowboarder, and I'm skiers are more sedity than me, but I respect them too.
All right, I've never done anything on the snow. Nothing. I've been in Texas my whole life.
I love Texas.
Yeah, I love Texas too. A lot of crazy stuff here, but I wouldn't live anywhere else. I don't think.
That's y'all are why I say y'all, because I have family in Dallas, Fort Worth, and stuff, and I went there a lot of the summers. I go there pretty much every year to see my family down there, and a lot of people when I talk, they're always like, "Where are you from?" I'm like Arizona, and they're like, they thought I was from the South, and I'm like, well, Southwest, but they always, because I think I say y'all, and I picked up a certain twang in
Yeah,
Texas.
you do have a little bit of a twang.
It's y'all's fault.
It, yeah, it doesn't come out very often, but every once in a while, I'm like, I thought she was like from out west somewhere. Like, how is
Right?
that? Where is that coming from?
And Arizona, we ain't got no accents. We just a melting pot of whateverness.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I tell Holly all the time. Like, she's from Ohio, and that
Mhm.
whole corner of the Midwest up there, like, they don't have any accents either. It's just kind of bland. Like, there's nothing to distinguish where they're from or whatever. Yeah, you too,
Yes,
Chris.
Krista, she's done words too. I didn't know Krista was in Canada. I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah, she's in Canada. I don't remember where in Canada, but she is in
Nice.
Canada. Yeah. Nathan, my co-host on Ending the Stigma, is in Colorado Springs.
Colorado's nice. I want to get out there this year.
Yeah. So do you ride your horse, or is she just like a pet? Ride?
Yeah, we ride. I actually just fell off of her for the first time in like 5 years back in December before Christmas because we're out in the middle of the desert and we and her were like trotting down this road and some dirt bikes came out of like a bat out of hell. And honestly, it spooked me more than it spooked her. But they
Mm-hmm.
were coming this way, we were going down, and I ripped her to the right so that she wouldn't get hit, and depending on if they saw us or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I was bareback, so my ass went left and she went right.
There was nothing to hold on to.
And it was so fast, I was not ready. I just didn't want her getting hit, so I was like, taking this L. She, she's kind of tall, dog.
Yeah.
She's damn near, like, she's about 16 hands. So,
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure I got a concussion, but I'm fine.
I have not ridden in years, and I'm not like a cowboy. I'm not a great rider. Everybody thinks people from Texas are all, we all ride horses and all that. Like I'm a very novice rider, and I had just started riding, and I was going with a friend of mine over to. She got a job riding some horses somewhere.
Mhm.
They never got ridden. They hadn't been ridden in a while, so they were all just kind of a little squirrely.
Mhm.
And I was on one, and we went through the gate into the corral, and we were fixing to swap saddles and take another pair out.
Mhm.
And I was pulling the gate shut behind me, and it got caught on his hip. And
Mm.
so he was pulling the gate shut with him, and he got caught between the gate and the gatepost.
Yeah.
And he went ape shit.
Buck you.
I've never been on a horse that bucked. Didn't know what to do. I'm brand new. I'm green. I had spurs on. All I did was just dig in.
Oh
Well, instead
God.
of digging in with my knees, I
Mhm.
dug in with my heels and was trying to hold on. So I was like digging those. I was just egging him on, you know.
Right.
Anyway. Needless to say, I ended up head first in the sand. But
Oh.
yeah, that's my one experience of being bucked off a horse. That's it.
Uh, I have been only actually bucked off twice as a kid. It was like when I was a kid, just being a little asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna jump on this horse in the middle of the field with no bridle, no nothing, just yeet.
Right. Oh, are you?
Yeah, exactly. And then I got my ass yeeted. So
Yeah. I know what eat means. Right.
Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Enrique.
I love horses though, man. Like I worked for a vet in high school and into a little bit of my college years. And it was so much fun. Like horses were always my favorite thing to mess with and work on.
Right, I
Um,
bet.
I'm a dog person too, but like horses, it was always fun with horses because it was always something different. Um, I mean, you always had the teeth floating and
Hmm.
the deworming and all that kind of stuff, but um, it was always just so interesting.
Yeah,
It was fun.
there's something about, and I love how veterans and like people who are coming out of jail or people who are coming out of domestic violence things, whatever. There's a lot of
Mhm.
like, and even
Yes.
children with disabilities, like horses are like
Mhm.
a great rehab for people. I love.
Definitely. Yeah. There's something about working with a horse and watching the improvement of the horse and the improvement of you and
Hmm.
developing that skill. But even just what little bit I've worked with them, you get out there and mess with one that's acting retarded and put him on the lunge line for a little bit. And then just slowly you watch him get to where he's acting right and you don't have to lunge him for an hour before you put the saddle
Right,
on him.
right,
Um,
and like patience, give
yeah.
patience um and then like that. It's a almost 2,000 pound animal that could kill you, but chooses not to.
Mhm. Right.
There's something
100%.
there.
Yep. Um, Talk to us about pinups for vets.
So this
You got a
Friday,
live coming up on with that, don't you? You
yeah,
and Gina, is that her name?
yeah, Gina Elise, she's a founder. She's been doing it for a long time, 15 maybe some years or so. But she's amazing. Her, I think it was her grandfather, something like that. Um, Lots of people in her family were vets. She isn't herself, but she definitely might as well be with how amazing stuff she does for the community. But
Mm-hmm.
this Friday we're going to be doing a live, doing like Q&A about a lot of stuff. But we just dropped these
Playing
cards,
cards.
yeah, and so like each one of them, is some vet of some kind. Every single one of these women are a vet, and super awesome.
Yeah, so those are real people. Those are not drawings of people. Those are real people that pose for that
No,
and
yeah,
did.
Doug died him, my friend, and he was the one who did all the editing. I'm trying to find a picture that can really show you just like, so he has this, art in like how he edits the pictures and stuff that makes it
Mm-hmm.
look retro-y and just like old
Mm-hmm.
school, authentic. But
What's
yeah,
the website?
pinupsforvets.com. Yeah, pinupsforvets.com. And really love it. There's your girl.
Hey, I know her.
Demi.
There you.
We we got to choose our like what we were.
Mhm.
And I was immediately like, King of Hearts, mine. Like, that's mine. Like, I try to do a lot, with them, for them, whatever, whatever. And I was like, I don't care when you girls say I love you, but no, that's mine. I'm not like, I'm an only child, and I normally am never that person. But this is one of those things where I'm like, I'm going to use my one like
Right.
thing. Like, that's what I want, and I don't ever do that much. So like, whatever, give it to me, please. Love you, bye.
So is it a different girl for every card? Y'all got 52 plus the two jokers, so 54.
Yeah, there was. I think Gina said if you add up all of the years, all of us women have in those card deck have been in. It was like almost 400 years,
Oh wow.
like collectively type deal.
Right, right.
So it's
That
pretty
is
cool.
awesome. So what does it raise money for? Like
Um,
what does it do?
so one of her biggest things is calendars. Each year she picks
Hmm.
12 girls who do it. I did the 2021 calendar, I guess. And then you become pretty much an ambassador, and these calendars, obviously they get the money. That money goes to the nonprofit that then buys care packages that go like these calendars or all these cool things that she gets from all Black Rifle Coffee Company, a bunch of stuff that sends out to the desert or actual VA hospitals. They get a bunch of money to get rehabilitation equipment.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and she's going to talk about that as well. I think over $100,000 has already been donated in equipment to VA centers all around, the country.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and
And y'all will be live Friday at 6 p.m. Central on your page.
yes, if you just go to
Okay.
mine, the event is there. You
Okay.
can add, and yeah, thank you for that plug.
Yeah, I meant to. I was really surprised. I remembered it, to be honest with
Bye,
you. Let
Magita.
me Let me go find it, and I'll drop the link in the comments for people to go smash that attend button.
But I am so I just love everything that she does. It also empowers like these women get these makeovers to do pinup, and maybe they weren't that girly before, but then they get their hair professionally done, their makeup done, and they just feel more feminine, and it's like that's
Right.
nice too.
Thanks
Um,
for dropping by, Majida. Have a good night.
but yeah, that's a great cause.
That is awesome. I put the link to the event in the comments, y'all.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, y'all go check that out. Hit the attend button so you get a notification. So are y'all going to be wearing like your pinup? Are you going to be wearing the little nurses thing?
Not the nurse one, but a different outfit most
A
likely.
different one.
I gotta like
Okay.
fit the vibe, so I will get something on.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna try to make it. I don't think I have anything Friday night. Friday nights are always subject to change without notice, though.
Oh, I hear you saying.
Yeah,
Who knows what's gonna happen?
who knows what's going to happen? There's still 4 days between now and then. So we're coming up close to an hour. Let's see. Who do I
Dang,
have?
that went quick.
Yeah, go ahead. What?
Oh, I say, dang, that went quick.
Oh, yeah, I know it did go quick.
Mhm.
Um, Wednesday night on Ending the Stigma, I have Ariel Moore. Ariel is the director for social innovation, I think it is, at I think it's OSU in Oklahoma City. She works with people with social barriers, not just people coming out of prison, but any kind of social barrier with, whether it's mental health issues or whatever. Anyway, while they're in college there,
I
she
love that.
works with them to get things they need, whether it be a laptop or she's helped them get a car or a job or just kind of to have a life while
Mhm.
they're going to college. And she is a former drug addict who's been to prison, been in and out of jail in multiple states, I think she said.
I respect.
Yeah, like she went from a straight up meth head to working in HR somewhere to working where she's at now.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. Like she's got a great story. I got the chance to Zoom with her a couple weeks ago. or last week. It might have been last week. So she'll be on to talk about what she does at the Center for Social Innovation or Social Innovation. Wednesday at 7. And then next Monday, I have Aaron Magum. I have to ask him how to pronounce his last name before we go live. He's got a special needs son, and he started, I'm going to butcher it if I don't look it up. Hank's Friends is the name of it. So he's building a network. He has a website too, but he's building a network of special need kid friendly businesses, like even like anything down to the simple as a mechanic shop. And he's from Dallas, but he's trying to make this a nationwide network of places that are friendly to special needs, or parents with special needs kids. So he's going to come on and talk about that.
I love that, because there's a lot of people, that just, on the spectrum, but need places to work, and the people that understand them. And I'm all for that.
Yeah. And even like, plumbers, like I forgot what he said. We had a call not too long ago, but long enough that I forgot some of the details. I don't even remember how he described it, but I don't even remember. I'm going to butcher it, so I'm going to let him do it. But it's just I've slept since then.
I feel you.
A lot. Anyway, it's a really cool thing that he's doing, and he's trying to get it off the ground. His son Hank, I met him while we were on the Zoom call. He's really smart, but he's kind of low functioning, so it's a struggle for him. But he likes the struggle, if that makes sense. Like he enjoys those little aha moments with Hank, and Hank is his son, so it's Hank's Friends is the name of he is Daniel. He's awesome. So that's what's coming up in the next week. Cool. Brittany, thank you for doing this. It was a long time coming. Like we started in like whenever you were out for surgery last year, like August or September. We started before then, trying to get this on the books.
I mean, you're the popular one, man. I was just trying to get it on the books. But I'm super happy we finally got to do it. I've been excited about this.
Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. The places, people that come into your home, or the places you take your kids, they have to understand the special needs dynamics. Yeah. So he's just trying to build a network of people and businesses that are special need kid friendly.
Yeah, I respect.
So that people don't have to worry about, whether they take their kid to this restaurant, what's the manager going to think, or, will the plumber freak out if he comes in and the kid is in the room throwing a fit, or, just things that are out of their control.
Right.
So it's a pretty cool deal. Thank you, Daniel, for refreshing my memory on that. I'm glad somebody has a good memory.
It said you got 100 messages in the chat or something like that. So that's like a thing.
Where does it say that? Where are you seeing that?
In the comments, it says you received 100 messages today from Restream chat.
Oh, wow. I don't have that one. I wonder how you have it. And I don't. Huh. I'll be done. Right, well, I'm glad it's showing on your side.
Right? I know.
Yeah, I think that's probably a record. We have also, how it is with live streaming. You start off and somewhere around 15, 20 minutes, you kind of peak, and then it drops off after. I've tried to get the show down to 30 minutes, but it's just real hard. Like we get into it and you just go for an hour when you're talking to someone, and it just happens. So the most we had was 14, and we were ending around 10 still, and not 4. So that was really good. Like you were popular tonight.
Hey, it's all you, man. But
Brittany, thank you again. It was good to finally virtually meet you in person.
Same. One of these days it'll be real life, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna come to Vegas. That's on the places to visit list when I get off parole next year. So
come on down.
Yeah, I'll be hitting you up. You'll have to come to the Strip.
Only the special occasions. Only special occasions. That's fine. Let's go.
Right. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.